All right, Black Barn Social Club, God bless America. Out in the barn today and doing a talking boots about. I'm going to blend a few things because we're hanging out. Y'all know my style. I'm going to ramble a little bit. We're going to talk boots a little bit, and then we're going to ramble some more. I'm blending two or three things here two or three themes that I've been doing, and that's one. I'm trying to reduce clutter in my closet. I'm trying to reduce overlap and boots that I've got too many of the same style, the same make, the same fit. Now, I know you can have different colors that match different things. I know you can have different purposes for these, but sometimes you have things that are dead up the same boot, again, in different leathers, and you got to make a decision. Do I hold on to all these? Do I keep wearing them? Which ones do I like wearing more? And if you find out that some of the stuff lands in your rotation more than others, then it's just sitting there taking up sometimes space or funds that could go to a different pair of boots or clothes or whatever it is you're into. So today, and I realized that I hadn't done any of the Talking Boots reviews on three of my, I'm not going to say the longest owned pairs, but I'll say three of the boots that this style of boot I have known about for, and I have grown up with and just been around them my whole working life. Now, in all honesty, I think the first time I got around a pair of moc toe boots, it was back Thorogoods and boots like that I was getting for work back in the day. And so I'm not a stranger to these. Nobody should be a stranger to the Red Wing brand. And this looks like the most iconic work boot that, when you think of work boot, you probably think of one of these. And that's the 875, which is the classic Oro leather, oil tanned, orange in color. It's just it's like I said, it's iconic. So most people, when they think of job sites, they think of a boot like this. And some boot like this has been knocked off by every brand known to man. And certainly those Thorogoods that I had, I don't know, I'm not going to pretend I know which one came first, but I'll bet it was this one. Now, this boot, and what's funny about this is a 12, this is a 12, and this is an 11E. You can probably guess that these are a little bit too long on me. This one's probably just right, just because it's got that width, the E width in the toe box for me. But otherwise, that's why I was doing 12s. Now, these other two boots, and I don't want to, again, every single one of these you can tell fills the same stylistic pocket. These boots, crepe wedge sole. I did swap the laces to just some flat wax lace or flat wax laces because these came with those yellow and orangey or yellow and brown ropes. I didn't care for those, so I swapped those to some flat wax laces. Let me see. The next ones I got were these same. The style number here, I'm going to look and cheat for a minute. This is an 8139. Now this color is sage Mojave. It's in a rough out. And to be honest, I want to say these are so comfortable. These are so comfortable. You can tell the difference in thickness of the leather in this rough out. I started to call them suede, and I wanted to call them suede for a long time, but they're classified as rough outs on the website. And when you get inside, you can see that there is that smooth side in, and they're such a handsome looking boot match jeans well. Again, crepe wedge sole, but these are so comfortable because that soft upper. So same last, same, same boot, just different upper construction. So I got those second, and they certainly, again, what that allowed me to do was start wearing different colors of the same style. Now, I saw this boot, and I felt like I had to have a black boot. I felt like I had to have a boot in that spot, so I jumped on it. This is an 8890 in charcoal rough and tough. Again, oil tan, same thickness as this Oro leather. This one's a little bit tougher to break in. This is not gonna lie. I've probably worn this about 8 or 10 times. Still going through the break-in process. Still very thick. This boot pushes against you. When you're walking, you can feel it trying to straighten back out. Whereas this boot, you'd start to forget that you were wearing a boot. Same sole, same construction. Red Wing's just, like I said, they've just got this boot down pat. There's nobody that's mass producing this boot in this kind of quality, I feel like Red Wing's doing. Now that being said, their quality at times, their quality control is shoddy, but not on these boots that I've seen. I've seen them on some of the others, don't get me wrong, but on these boots, they just got this one nailed. These mock toes, they are, I think I've said it before, Red Wing tends to do that mock toe all the way around the edge, whereas like the Grant Stone brass boot, it comes up here on the vamp. It's got a little bit more of that Frankenstein boxy top. Now I will say over years of wear, that will start to round off and pull back and soften up. But for right now, it's a beast of a toe. Every one of them has a rolled lip at the top, if you can see that. So they bind up the leather and put it inside that rolled lip. It's a little bit less aggressive on the back of your heel, or if you're wearing socks, it shouldn't matter. Every one of them has a one-piece heel stay, or the back piece here, with the stitching going across it. I mean, again, same boot, same style. The main reason why I'm still talking about it after 7.5 minutes is I don't need 3 of the exact same boot. And I know for some of you guys will say, yeah, but why not just keep them all? You got the same, you change up the colors. Well, I've got a bunch of other boots. And so I've got other boots now that if I didn't want to wear this particular one, if I wanted to wear a mock toe in a certain color, I've got another mock toe in a certain color. If I wanted to wear a black boot, I've started finding myself reaching for a different black boot. Not this one. So what I'm saying here is I'm going through that process that I've been teasing for a long time, where I'm starting to evaluate the boots in my closet. I'm starting to evaluate the clothes, the coats, the things that I've got, and I'm starting to decide which of these things I need to sell and put back out there for somebody else to get some good use out of. So that being said, I'm going to have a tough decision for you in this particular one, and that is, I don't think you ever get rid of this pair of boots. This pair is one of the originals. It's just a go-to boot. The color is unmistakable. So this boot is safe. So I get that out of the way, and I'm down to these two. Now, this boot, the Sage boot, the one that I got second, this is actually a collab. Did I tell you all that? It's a collab by Nigel Caborn. It's in that Sage Mojave. When I put this with a pair of faded blue jeans, it looks cooler than anything I've ever worn. I don't have anything in this colorway. I don't have anything that looks this rugged, looks this rough. Even the laces are broke in, that rawhide laces, and it's comfortable as all get out when you wear, because it's that little bit softer upper. Now, that being said, I won't be able to abuse it. I mean, Rough and Tough is in the name of this boot. This is the charcoal Rough and Tough. It's in the name. So you could work that boot a little harder than I ever would work these. Like I said, this just resembles suede when I'm looking at it, but they do call it a rough out. So I don't know how nappy it gets, but the decision that I'm going to make is to sell, trying to build the suspense. I'm going to sell these. And again, I'm going to tell you why. And you guys are, at some point in time, some of you guys might see these on YouTube, or on YouTube. Some of you guys might see these on eBay. I am going to sell these. These are the charcoal, let me tell you again about them. These are the 8890s, charcoal in 11E. So it's a little bit wider. Again, probably 7, 8, 10 wears on them. Great boot, great looking boot, charcoal boot. They patina really well. I'm still going to clean them up and sell them because, again, when I have a need for a black boot, I've got a couple of boots in that space now. One of them is the Wing Moc Toe in that 20 last. The main reason for that's a black oiled wax Truman boot. I like the sole on it. It's got the commando sole. It's got that spring toe of the 20 last. It's just a comfortable boot. And if I'm reaching for a black boot with white stitching on the Moc Toe, that's the one I'm going to grab first. If I'm reaching for if I wanted a Red Wing Moc Toe that I wasn't afraid to go out and ride the motorcycle, just kick around, I'd grab these. Or if I was going to bust up a pair of Moc Toes in real actual physical labor, I'm just going to go back to my Thorogoods because those are already so comfortable to me, and they're gonna last as long as anything I need. So the boots that I'm selling to clear out some space, the charcoal Rough and Toughs. That's all I got, guys. I just wanted to carry y'all along with me on that decision. Tell me in the comments, did I make a mistake? Should I keep them all? Hopefully I will have already pulled the trigger and gotten rid of these before y'all talk me into changing my mind. Space is an important thing in a man's closet, and I need to figure that out. You guys be blessed. Talk soon.